Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a ZVZ from the Team War Chest League. It's going to be DongRaeGu versus Lambo here on Ice and Chrome, the latter edition. Bottom left-hand corner, it is Lambo, the pink Zerg player, and in the top right, it is DRG DongRaeGu himself, playing as the blue Zerg player. DongRaeGu is back, you guys. He's doing great. He's qualifying for GSLs. He's doing excellent in Africa World events that I've been live casting. And he's going for a 13-12 opening here against Lambo, who looks like is going hatch first. Okay, this might be a shorter game than anticipated. I wanted to cast some DongRaeGu today. I wanted to see how he was going to do here against Lambo, who is a really good European Zerg player. Europe is known for its good Zerg players, man. Cyril, Raynor, Lambo has had some really nice tournament results as of late, but this is as aggressive as you're going to see in a ZVZ. Bam. There's the pool. 6 Lings in production instantly. Gonna get speed as fast as he can. Gonna send the Lings across. The Overlord is moving, but not... I don't know this Overlord's going to see that path. Hang on. So here's the path. Maybe you go along. It's rough, man. It's going to be difficult. I guess if they go straight down. Okay, let's see if they try to avoid the Overlord. And they do. Look at them taking that hard right. And then they're going to take a left. And then they're going to get there. And that pool is only halfway done here for Lambo. These Lings are going to be able to get some real damage on the hatchery or start picking off drones here. There's going to be a window. Oh, look at him dodging that Overlord. Oh, waiting. Again, waiting is bad. No, he saw it. Lambo saw it anyway. His pool finishes. This is where Defender's Advantage kicks in. He makes 4 sets of Lings. Throws a spine down. Gets his 2 queens going. This is a tiny window for DongRaeGu to get as much damage as he can. He's down 12 to 20 workers right now. Dude, did Lambo just hold this like a boss? He just held this like a boss. I feel like he did. Ooh, he got a couple Lings out there from Lambo. Got some free hits. That's always nice. Oh, he's got Banelings too. DongRaeGu's goddamn Banelings, which the Zerglings see. Like, oh, Banelings. Oh, no. Well, let's hope this spine can get some really nice hits off. Baneling Nest of his own getting started for their Lambo. Zerglings trying to get that. They got the queen. They got the queen. They're kind of going after the natural hatch too, which would put us on even footing to a certain extent here, because right now DongRaeGu's on 1 base. If he can knock Lambo down to 1 base, that's good. Dot is a good thing here. Jeez, Banelings here. I mean, you're not saving it. You're just not. Look at him. He's like, hey, you know what? Let's leave that alone, I guess. What? Kill it, though. Oh, it's still spawning larva for Lambo. Banelings getting some good hits off there. Only 2 drones go down. And you know what? That was really, really well done. Finally, hatch is killed. Oh, these Lings. You can't die to Broodlings, Lings. That's not okay. That's not acceptable behavior. Dying to Broodlings as a Speedling is just no. That's a negatory. Okay, so we're 1 base to 1 basing it. Lambo does have the better economy. He is sitting here on 17 workers. DongRaeGu is droning up a little bit. He's on 14 now, soon to be 15. The Zerglings coming down. His own Banelings are here. DongRaeGu doesn't have any Banelings of his own right now, so he's got 1 almost. He's got 1 against the 3. It's bait. All of it's bait. They're trying to make their Banelings explode on 1 or 2 Zerglings. Well, they're trying to make the enemy Banelings explode on 1 or 2 Zerglings, and that way it's a good trade, and the Banelings are gone, and your Lings are mostly here. And got 1! That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, is 1 Ling for 1 Baneling is the ideal situation for Zerglings in the situation. DongRaeGu expanding, Lambo expanding, and we've kind of evened this thing up a little bit. I mean, it's exactly 2 workers apart. Both players are on 1 base. Both players are expanding at about the same time. And I think we've settled into a bit of a more normal ZVZ at this point. Looks like that's what we're up to anyway. All right, well, DongRaeGu is trying to keep some pressure up, trying to contain Lambo as well as he can, but that is... Oh, did he get it? He got his Baneling baited out. Does he want to make another one, is the question. I don't know if he needs to bother. I think both players are just droning pretty hard. Lambo making 4 workers at a time. DongRaeGu doing the same thing. Ling's trying to see, are there any banelings out here? Oh, there aren't. Well, there is, though, because the Overlord can see this one. But it's far too long, and DongRaeGu has his own Bane now. It's a little unsupported. There we go. Reinforcing units coming in. DongRaeGu's natural finishing. Lambo's natural a couple seconds behind. So after all that, DongRaeGu on 2 bases, and Lambo is not for about 10 seconds. And now he is. Scouting Zergling sees the timing on that. Defensive Baneling coming up here, too, in case Lambo's going to Ling flood him. Because it looks like he's, there you go, going for that lair. Is he going to go for Mutalisks? We're going to see Lurker play. What are we doing? Lambo's getting an evolution. Double Evo, already going for +1 armor. Which, +1 armor, allows your Lings to survive a Baneling hit. So if you're thinking it's going to be a lot of Ling Bane, then absolutely get +1 armor. Your Zerglings will survive a Baneling hit with like 1 HP and continue to fight another day. It has 1 games. Yes, you're like, but Falcon, it's only 1 HP. You can knock them down with a feather. Nah. You actually have to do damage to them, it turns out. Good control there, by the way. Not Baneling, not exploding on that 1 Zergling that Lambo keeps sending on in. Like, I mean, if there's a huge confrontation, Banelings are exploding everywhere, and everything's dead, and all you have left are like 10 1 HP Zerglings, but there's nothing left over to even attack them at all, you're gonna win. It's crazy, but it's true. Roach Warren coming up from DongRaeGu. Okay, so he's going for speed for his Roaches, +1 missile attack. And Lambo's going for ground, or melee, rather. Obviously ground. But he's going for the 1-1 melee for his, yeah, Zerglings and Banelings. And we probably won't see Ultras, because Ultras are bad in ZVZ, although sometimes you get kind of forced into it. If your opponent's going a ton of Mutalisks, or a ton of Hydra Lurker, and you can't keep up, sometimes Ultras are maybe the only way to go. Don't tell me that, though. I'll go for Ultras all the time, even if it's not the right thing to do. Which, good job me sometimes. All right. So gas income looking pretty healthy for both players. 3 extractors each. Nope, 2 extractors from Lambo. Yeah, he's not going Roach, so he doesn't need quite as much of that. Here is your Ling Flood, though. This is where DRG needs to start pumping Roaches and not stop pumping Roaches for a while here, because he needs them yesterday. This 3rd base might actually go down to these shenanigans. Yeah, that's a cancel. The Roaches are like, don't get surrounded by the plus. Lings don't have +1 attack yet, which is what they really want. Banelings desperately trying to stop the Banelings from getting on top of the workers, and you know what? They did it. Partially the... Never mind. Hold up. Don't speak too soon. This is so insane right now. All right, drones are alive. 3rd base gets canceled. And Lambo on top right now. Cancels the 3rd base. His 3rd base is fine. It's 41 to 41 workers. He can actually saturate his 3rd, whereas DRG cannot. And Lambo's going into Roaches. This is a fantastic ZVZ. This is like a really, really, really nice Zerg versus Zerg we're looking at here. Creep spread, you know, about the same for both players. And that there you go. 3rd base goes down. It has been replanted, but I think Lambo's ahead here. Man, this Zergling scouts. There's nothing you're going to be surprised by in here. There's no Spire. There's no Hive. There's no Hydralisk Den. But you know what? Got to keep that information coming anyway. Really surprised he just doesn't make a couple Overseers. Like, Overseers with speed especially are so impossible for Zerg to deal with. Hey, look, DongRaeGu did it. He's scouting with Overseers. Now he's scouting with Overseers. He doesn't know about the lair timing. The Overlord sees the hatch coming up because obviously, yes. Lambo wants to jump on top of it, but the army's sitting on it pretty heavily. Also, DongRaeGu has about 10 Overlords floating over this way for unknown reasons. But you know what? If it's going to be Roach Ravager versus Roach Ravager, having Overlords out on the map is pretty genius because those things cannot shoot up. Yes, Ravagers might be able to kill them, but it's not like there's Hydras or Mutos roaming around just killing them indiscriminately, you know? So yeah, income here hugely favoring Lambo. It's been very back and forth thus far in this match. Really has. But, Tunneling Claws in here from DongRaeGu. He wants some Burrow Roach shenanigans against Lambo. Lambo's upgrades are late. He's just now getting +1 attack, whereas +2 is about halfway complete for DRG. Yeah, Lambo on 3 fully saturated bases. DongRaeGu kind of on 3 fully saturated bases, a little bit. Not incredibly so, however. And Overlords for Lambo doing the same thing, just kind of moving out. Overlord speed actually being researched from DongRaeGu, where Lambo is not doing that for reasons I don't understand. Dropper Lords. Okay, so maybe some Roach drop burrow move shenanigans. I'm on board with this particular idea. Overseer with speed comes in and says, yes, no Spire, excellent. No Hydralisk Den, excellent. Roach Warren researching something. Could be speed, excellent. And then this Overlord trying to sneak down this way without being seen by anything. There were Lings in the neighborhood, but they're gone now. 4th base from Lambo coming up. 4th base from DongRaeGu. I think Lambo kind of wasted the advantage he had. There was a window where he had 3 bases, and DongRaeGu had not 3 bases for a very long time, and suddenly we're even anyway. Like, DongRaeGu caught up. He took his 3rd. Income is pretty even at this point. Army supply is about the same. Crosabile takes down that Overlord. And there are Roaches with an Overseer waiting for this. Okay, so that's not happening, is what you're trying to tell me. DongRaeGu knows this. That's a canceled 4th, though. Cancel it. Cancel it. Cancel it. Cancel. Did not cancel. Lambo. Oh, no. Oh, no. Burrow. Doesn't matter because there's an Overseer. And now DongRaeGu's a base up on Lambo. Oh, Lambo, you had an advantage and you threw it away. A little bit anyway. It's not over, but man, you were up a base and now you're down a base. How's that happen? Contaminate. Good times. Ling's going to try to jump on that 4th, but you know, DongRaeGu has an army just like... Oh, hold on. They've left the neighborhood. Oh, it's a feint. So, no, rather, it's a distraction. This attack comes in, which means this base is fairly wide open. Hold up. Hold up. DongRaeGu's not quite sure where, and there we go. So the Lings come in. But guess who has defensive banelings? DongRaeGu does. Nice. Very smart. Some defensive banelings at 12 minutes. Who would think to do that? Not me, obviously, but obviously DongRaeGu. Here's your Roach Ravager experience of the day. Lurker Den coming in from DongRaeGu. Infestation Pit on the way from Lambo. So we've taken different roads to get here, but we are basically at the same point. +2 attack, missile, +1 armor. This Roach Ravager stuff is not my favorite part of ZVZ, but it's a necessary evil sometimes. Until the lurkers can get out for DongRaeGu. And then it gets more exciting for me, I think. Yeah, this Overlord patrolling is hilarious. This pink versus blue. Oh. Were those Lambos over? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Both players are maxed out and have a fully available 200 supply. So, does not matter as much. These ones, though. And that does supply block DongRaeGu. Okay, so that hurts immensely. Roach Ravager positioning, though, is such a mess. It's so hard to know exactly what engagements you can engage with. You got some Lings down here to the right, but that's not going very well for Lambo, even with the attack upgrade that he has. And you know what? Lambo crushing through here. 25 Roaches in production from DongRaeGu. He needs to buy some time. Defender's advantage is kicking in right now. Lambo doesn't really have any reinforcements streaming across the map at the moment. And for a second there, Lambo had a massive advantage, and now it's gone in an instant. God, Roach Ravager, stressful. Stressful situation. There's a lot of stuff in StarCraft 2 that's stressful. But Roach Ravager, man, you take a few bad corrosive biles. Ooh, I love the burrow on the Roaches to heal him up. Oh, that's sick. The Ravagers can't do it, but you know what? The Roaches certainly can. Army supply, virtually even. Workers, virtually even. DongRaeGu has a tiny advantage in economy right now. 4th base is up and happily running for Lambo. So DongRaeGu never took a 5th. He's got the Lurker Den, but he doesn't want to make Hydras. I really feel like he should. Oh, look who's got the burrow move too. Lambo does. Surprise! sniffed out by DongRaeGu. Man, this is some really good micro on both of these players' sides. The overseers are important because if the detection goes away, then suddenly you're dead. Some roaches swinging on down to the fourth base of Lambo, trying to see what they can do, but the answer is not much. And, ooh, okay, now 3 Hydras coming in, getting the range upgrade for the Hydralisks because he's got the Hive. And this is going to be interesting. If DongRaeGu can get onto Hydra Lurker tech or just implement some Lurkers into his composition and Lambo doesn't have any, that's a big advantage for DongRaeGu here. Ugh. God, the corrosive biles, though. Lambo trying to force his way down here towards the third base. Doing all right with it, but not great in the end. Yeah, Lambo's definitely been the aggressor, but you know who has lurkers? DongRaeGu does. They're over there protecting that third base. Traditional defense here at the fourth. Adaptive Talons coming in for those lurkers too, so they can burrow and unburrow more quickly. Yeah, Lambo, okay, Hydralisk Den, Viper's in production. He's going to try to abduct these lurkers and then win. Lambo getting pushed a little bit further and further back here, though, as time goes on. I don't know. Suddenly, DongRaeGu's kind of on the warpath. I don't know. He doesn't have an upgrade advantage. Might have a Ravager count advantage here. Man, if he brought the lurkers, it'd be a different story, but is using them in base defense for the most part. They're down here to make sure that Lambo doesn't feel comfortable attacking into that base. So once again, both teams controlling... Oh my gosh, the Overlord pack, though. What are you guys up to? If DongRaeGu takes down this hatch, I'm not going to say it's GG because both players have really had some problems with losing bases, but Corrosive Vile's getting dodged all over the place here. DongRaeGu pulling back, doesn't like what he sees. Ooh, reinforcing units from the right side from Lambo. Nice flank. What the heck is killing drones? Hey, abducting the lurkers into the group. One of the lurkers gets taken out. It's exactly what we like to see from Vipers here. A lot of DongRaeGu's roaches are very injured, but also for Lambo. But some of his are fresh because of that defender's advantage we've been talking about. The lurkers are burrowed in. Abducting the lurker. Reburrow. Reburrow. He reburrows but dies anyway. It's a nice concave setup from Lambo, but DRG gonna stick around anyway. And gets chased out. This has been a really, really good match. Unfortunately, it is 169 to 137 supply in favor of DongRaeGu. Lambo is a little bit down. This huge group of reinforcing Ravagers with their +3 attack are extremely scary. Corrosive Viles. I think they got an Overseer, which is not bad. Army supply 101 to 83. Actually just Hydra from Lambo. Doesn't lurker them at all, just Hydralisks. I don't know if he has a lurker den, to be honest with you. He does not. Army supply 94 to 63. It's starting to snowball in favor of DongRaeGu here. Drones getting focused out. This hatch is going to take too much fire. I think the hatch is going to die, and it is. That +3 attack is too much on the Roaches and Ravagers. Base down. Lambo does have a 5th base down to the south here he can hold to, but he's going to lose too many workers. 18 drones killed, 20 drones killed. The income advantage is way too big for DongRaeGu. Lambo pulling back. That Overlord group was just asking to get Corrosive Viled. Income just shot up in favor of the Korean Zerg player. 5th base exists for Lambo, but there's no income coming from it whatsoever right now. And that's it, man. DongRaeGu just able to make some really nice trades there. Huge army advantage, and GG! DongRaeGu is your winner in 19 minutes and 36 seconds. In a really, really nice ZVZ as well. Resources lost, 28,000 for Lambo, 25,000 for DongRaeGu. Wow, 30 drones killed was the big deal. 3 hatcheries killed. 3 hatcheries killed by DongRaeGu. The natural base, what did he kill? The natural base twice? I don't know. The 4th base definitely. Did he get the 3rd base once? He got the 3rd base once. Anyway, the point is 3 bases down and 30 drones. Only lost 2 drones of his own. No hatcheries of his own got killed. Handful of lurkers, right? 23 ravagers went down. Army supply at the end is not massive for DongRaeGu, but it's 27 roaches and 11 ravagers, and it's a bit more than what Lambo had rolling for him there, which was only 9 roaches and a hydra. So, really nice, really fantastic ZVZ. Good back and forth action there from both players. And DongRaeGu with the early aggression that Lambo holds, but at the same time, Lambo did lose his natural base. And I just got to go back to that point when there was a 3-basing Lambo versus a 2-basing DongRaeGu. Lambo didn't expand or really attack. He just kind of sat on his 3 bases. Didn't use it to his advantage well enough to take down the recently returned Korean Zerg player. Incredible. So great ZVZ, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.